Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 12 of Scrap-O-Ween. It's Spooky Pocket Wednesday. I have the pictures that I'm going to be doing and the pocket page here. I've got some cards and this paper here from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage, October 31st, some die cuts and some other goodies over here and at my feet. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to do is cut out some of these 3x4 cards from this piece of paper here. And the great thing about cards like this is that they're basically already decorated. So you just need to slide them into your pockets and you're done. So they really help make for fast pages. So I'm going to use the one with the jack-o'-lantern on it kind of as just a filler card. And then I'm going to use this one here that looks kind of like notebook paper stacked on top of one another for my journaling. I just have to figure out exactly where I want to put my pretty card. And then I'm going to go through some of these Citrus Twist Kit 3x4 cards from an October kit from 2018, I think it was. And I go through and some of them, they look kind of cute, but I'm not 100% satisfied. So I look at the 4x6 cards and I find this one with a tone-on-tone, kind of a yellowy color with greenery that's not green but dark yellow in the background. And I did have that one card that said something about I love these or something, but I want to write about my new Halloween socks and I needed more room, so I switched it out for the card that I did have beside my daughter out on a lawn. But I didn't like the colors, that particular shade of orange or something, I don't know. But so I switched out for this other paper that I got from a Pretty Little Studio collection. And the black and orange splattered paper as I also got from that same Pretty Little Studio collection. So I'm going to start with this picture here, and it is a picture of a haunted house that's a town or two over from us. And last year was the first time that my younger daughter got to go through it. She went through with a friend, and I just got a picture of the front there with the sign because they were off. They ran off and I was not able to get a picture of them because I guess they were just too excited. So I'm going ahead and I'm using a little bit of washi tape up there at the top, and then I have some little word stickers that says chills and thrills and don't freak out. Well, actually, I think that don't freak out is a washi tape also. And I have this little haunted house that I put on this side from, let's see, what collection? The Spooky collection from Echo Park. And I have my trusty little puffy ghosts and bats. So I've got a couple of those on there. And then I just fill in my journaling, and I'm going to finish off with some Tim Holtz Distress Mica Stain in Harvest Moon. I say it every time. I'm loving this stuff. It's so fun, and it's so pretty and shiny, and it's just the right color yellow to go with the spooky season. Now for this set of cards, or this card and this photo, they're in separate pockets, so I'm not going to tape them together. but I don't have, I don't really have an open space for journaling with that splattery card. So I get these little tags here from Crate Paper's Hey Pumpkin. And I trim out this one that says eek because it's more of like not a scared eek, but an excited eek, because this is actually the very first time that I have ever been to a Buc-ee's. A Buc-ee's, if you hadn't heard of them, is this gas station, but it's more than a gas station. It's truly an experience. It is ginormous. It has got a bazillion gas pumps. And then inside the store, it's almost like a little department store. I don't want to say like a truck stop or something, or, you know, it's got a lot of different kind of items to buy, but wow, Buc-ee's it's more like a little department store. It's got all kinds of stuff to buy. And it has got all kinds of food. I mean, it does have your standard gas station fare, but then it also has, I mean, I think they even have a hibachi grill in there. There's barbecue and, I mean, any kind of hot food you can think of, or even stuff like potato salad and sandwiches. And, I mean, it is truly an experience. So I've wanted to write about that, which is why I made my tag there. And while I was going on and on about the Buc-ee's, I trimmed out my tag and I got this little tinsel trim that I had gotten from Michael's, which I love this trim. It is so cute, but it is really it's kind of weird to work with. It's definitely very wimpy. There's no body to it. It's not going to stand up. But then on top of the little tag, I put the holographic skull. And then on the splattery paper, I got a jack-o'-lantern and these little signs that say Monster Street, Candy Corn Lane, Spooky Alley, from an old Echo Park collection called Happy Halloween. And then I just put a little bitty skinny washi on top of my photo and a little label in the middle there. And I just talked about how I got a picture of the moon shining over Buc-ee's. And I finished them off with my Harvest Moon Distress mica stain. And now for this card, instead of taping together my 3x4 card and another, well, a 3x4 photo and a 3x4 card, I went ahead and got out this 4x6 card and trimmed down my photo, and I wanted to bring some more texture to my page. So I tried my tool that I have. I've got the glittery orange and then the black, but I didn't, it wasn't enough. I didn't really like how that looked. So I am using a trick that I learned from watching Adele from Inky Quill here on YouTube, where she folds up some tissue paper along a line of tape and makes a little ruffle. And I have this tissue paper here that's black with candy corn on it. And I was like, ooh, that's going to work. And then I'm thinking I need to back my photo, put a little mat on it, and where I had cut out a piece of this paper here, it ended up making this the perfect size for a photo mat for this picture. So that's so cool. I love how that turned out. It's like no wasting at all. I like that. So I'll get this taped down with my ATG gun. Oh, got to make sure it's right side up or it would look weird. And then I was like, I don't have a lot to say, so I need to add some more decoration to this card. And there's that Happy Halloween old Echo Park sticker sheet, and that I I despaired of ever using these little witch's legs. Like, what am I going to use these for? But here they are. They were perfect for my socks. So I just wrote down how I love getting new socks for the season and that the jack-o'-lantern ones are among my favorites. And then I'm going to put down these little rhinestones. And I have a little open space up there at the top that I'm like, that looks kind of awkward. It needs a little something there. So I'm kind of wondering as I'm putting on my rhinestones what I'm going to stick there. So I go to my washi tape and I look around and I'm like, oh, the jack-o'-lanterns on the black background is perfect because it matches my jack-o'-lantern socks. And then I was thinking about putting another piece of like one of the small washi tapes down, but I decided, nope, I like it just like that. So I'm going to add a little bit of my mica stain here. Just a little bit here in the corners where my rhinestones are. Not going to go crazy and put it all over, although I could and I would love it. Now this 3x4 card here is a picture of my older daughter at college with her friends, and they all had gotten these popsicles, and I don't remember what kind of popsicle they are. So what I'm going to have to do is ask her to tell me a little bit about what is happening here. So I just put a trick or treat washi up at the top and a little black label here at the bottom. And then this is the Spooky Echo Park collection, and these stars are teeny. They are really hard to get off of this sticker sheet. They look bigger because of the print, but where they cut the stars out, I don't know how they had a blade small enough to cut those stars. They are so small. And they're almost impossible to get off. I had to bend the sheet so that the little points of the star would start to stick up so I could peel it off. But we powered through and got them out there, and I think it ended up really cute. Now this picture here, I'm going to do this kind of the same thing as the socks one. I trimmed it down, and I really like this picture on this card. I just think the colors, the softness of the colors of the photo goes well with the color of the card, and that it is foliage, so it's outdoorsy looking, and I just think it worked out really nice. And it is a picture of my older daughter at college, and I can't remember, she is learning how to play some kind of lawn game that has these small, I think they're metal balls. I asked her if it was like bocce ball, but she was like, no, I don't think that's the name of it. So when she first sent me this picture, so I'm going to have to get her to tell me about what's happening in this picture. Because she's kind of standing in a funny position, and I think she's getting ready to I don't know if she's tossing the ball or she's rolling the ball. But anyways, I go through the die cuts that came with the October Citrus Twist kit, and I'm using this really pretty little floral here, and then these little hearts. And I loved how I had that flower when I very first put it on the page, and then I had to move everything so I could glue everything down, and it's not exactly the same. But oh well, that's okay. That's kind of how it happens. So I get my little hearts put down, and then I'm going to put a title on here with these small white puffy alphas. And I'm going to name it Trying New Things. And then I'm going through because I think there needs to be something in the bottom right corner. So I'm going through the die cuts and looking, and I'm not really finding anything I like. So I pull out some enamel dots, and I like this really soft pink here. It's not exactly the same color pink as the flower, but it's a pink. And it's soft, and it goes with the color palette, I think. And I'm actually not going to put any of the Distress Mica Stain on that one. And that is going to do it. I'm going to bring these up so you can see them in the pocket a little bit closer. And I hope you are enjoying this series. I hope you are enjoying your October. Hope it's not gotten too cold yet. It's a little cool here in the evening, so that's been nice. And I will see you in tomorrow's video for Halloween Throwback Thursday. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.